Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's look is an Eid look. It's something that I would wear in Eid typically, maybe change up a few details depending on what I'm wearing. So I hope you take inspiration from it. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to follow me on my social media because I always forget to say so. And without further ado, let's get into the video and I will see you in a few seconds. Toodles! Okay, so to begin off with, I've already taped my face with medical tape to give me a nice defined crisp line, and now I'm going to go in with some concealer and Benefit's Bronze Have More Fun cream eyeshadow on my lid. So this is the part where I look crazy, but I promise you it will look good in the end, inshallah. And then just with my finger, I'm just going to take some of this cream shadow and apply it to my lids. Oh, I went off camera there. And now I'm just going to blend it out. That's me primer done. Now I can go straight into my shadows. So now that that's semi blended, I'm gonna go in with the colour Warm Taupe from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and it's just that colour there with a Urban Decay blending brush. This doesn't have to be too neat because this is just a transition colour as of now. Over top of that, from the same palette, I'm going to go in with Raw Sienna, which is that colour there. Oh, I don't know if that's in focus. So now that this is all blended out, I'm going to go in with a black shadow from my Tom Ford palette, and it's just this colour here. I can't remember the name of the palette off the top of my head, but I will leave all the names below. And I'm just going to apply that on the outer corner and the inner corner with the opposite end of this brush. And now I'm just gonna go in with the same blending brush and slightly blend that out. I will be returning back to my crease colour very soon. Now with a fresh blending brush, I'm just going to go in with like a burnt orange shade, and it's called, the one I'm using is called Regular by Anastasia. I don't think that was in focus, so if it's not, I apologise. So on a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to apply that right in my crease again. Just above where the black has been blended out. Sometimes it might even mean taking a fresh blending brush to just go over the same area that you have, just over the edges, just to help blend that out. Now that that's done, I want to deepen that with a little bit of Cypress Umber, just from the outer edge, and blend in. Now that that's blended out, now I'm just going to take Illamasquu's Mixing Medium and one of their pigments, loose pigments. I'm going to mix it on the back of this and I'm going to apply it on the centre of my lids. There you go. It's an extremely shimmery product. Once that is done, I am going to apply that just in the centre of my lids. with an angled brush. Now that I've applied the liquid gold on my eyes, I'm just going to go in with a kohl eyeliner, a black kohl eyeliner, and I'm going to deepen the black ever so slightly on the inner and on the outer, and then apply black shadow and blend that. So this is a very time consuming process, but results are gorgeous if you're like patient. Taking a pencil brush, I'm just going to slightly fade that in. And this is where I'm just winging the black out a little bit. So now, after lots and lots and lots of blending, and after my hands looking all like eyeliner grimy, it's time to move on to the face makeup, and I'm just going to remove these tapes. Ooh, my eyes are turning red like they're watering. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a foundation brush and my moisturizer, and I'm just going to apply that very faintly all over. So I have done it with a foundation brush because my hands are like, they've got all marks everywhere, I'm sure you can tell. And once that's done, I'm going to go in with my Body Shop Matte Primer. And because I like a glow, I'm going to go in with my Becca Shimmer and Skin Perfector, the liquid one in Pearl. Now a little bit goes a long way, so you don't want to use a lot. I'm just going to use literally just about that much, and I'm going to apply it to the center of my face. Now that I've applied that, I'm going to go in with my foundation. Now I am going to mix two, and the first one is Smashbox Liquid Halo in the shade 4. This is a little bit dark for me, and the NARS Sheer Glow is a smidge light for me, so I thought why not. This gives you no coverage from what I last remember, but it gives you a really nice glow, and I'm all about that dewy look. So I'm just going to apply some on the back of my hand, and with the same brush again I'm going to go in with the same motions. As you can tell, that's very light coverage and it's not very buildable, so now I'm going to go in with my NARS Sheer Glow. Just about a pump and a little bit of that should do. And again, I'm just going to apply it to the center of my face first, and then blend out. And then I'm just going to go in with a wet beauty blender and just bounce it all over my face to absorb any excess product. I do feel like I could do with a bit more coverage around the cheeks, so I'm going to use more foundation just here. Once my foundation has been blended in, I'm just going to go in with my Chanel Tan de Soleil and bronze up my face. Lord. Now that I've finished bronzing, I'm going to revisit the eyes again, and I'm going to use the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the colour Scorch. So it's this metallic colour, and I want to see what I can do with it. And I thought I'd add that little flip there, which was not anticipated, but hey, I'm liking it so far. I'm really liking that so far. What do you guys think? Alright, so now that we're zoomed in, I'm going to go in with the same orangey tones right underneath my eye and just blend them out with a big fluffy brush, and like, I'm sure you get it as you can like see what I'm doing, because clearly I'm terrible at explaining things. You know what? Maybe I'm going to change it to a small pencil brush, but like a clean one. Oh. Oh no. It's alright, I'm gonna place it very messy under the eyes first. If you guys are wondering what colour this is, just in case I forget, note to self, the colour I'm using is regular. From the Anastasia Modern Renaissance. Modern Renaissance palette. There you go. Then I'm going to add red ochre maybe to the outer skirts, the outer corner. A clean blending brush and maybe like a skin tone colour. So actually no, I'm going to go in with burnt orange and blend that out. I will neaten that edge up, I promise. So now I look like I've been punched in the face. But that's okay because we're going to fix it. I'm going to go back in with an eyeliner and define my eye. Just underneath where I put that gold. So back in with the pencil brush that I used for the black earlier on. And I'm just going to blend that back and forth. So it's coming to shape. As you can tell, it is a very, very dramatic look. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill my brows and I'll be back. So my brows, oh my god, my brows do not want to cooperate today, but that's okay, you know, we all have those days. And if you're curious about what I've used the Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit. It's the new one. I absolutely love it. And I've used Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade on like the outer ends of my eyes. And now we're going to return to the face makeup. So I'm going to zoom you guys out. So now I'm going to go in with my highlight and contour, and to neaten up the bottom of my eyes with the Dior Skin Sculpt concealer in the shade 1. And just apply that very carefully around my nose. I'm also going to do the same with the MAC Prep and Prime in Light Boost. And I look hilarious right now, so I'm going to let that set for probably about a minute. And then I'm going to go in with my Wet Beauty blender. So now I've allowed that to set for about like a minute. And now I'm going to go in with my Wet Beauty blender. And I'm going to blend this out. So my camera keeps flashing red. And so I need to finish this. And I'm just going to go in with my foundation powder by Cover FX with a powder brush. And then I'm just gonna brush all of that away as well with the same brush because I don't want it to be too white. Using my Sephora bronzer in the shade Medium and a fluffy brush, I'm just gonna bronze up the outer perimeters of my face. I'm also going to go in with my Body Shop bronzer around the same areas. Okay, so we're back now. My battery did die, so in the meantime I've applied some lashes, and these are the MAC number 12s. I was going to apply my Lily Ghalichi mink lashes in Mykonos, but I've lost them, unfortunately. And so these are my next pair. I mean, I was going to try like the Huda Beauty lashes in Samantha. I really just don't like them. So use whatever lash you want. And now I'm going to move on to... oh no, I'm going to define the corner of my eyes. That's what I was going to do. So I'm going to do that with the liquid liner because I like a very sharp point. So maybe I should zoom you guys in for that. Now that I've finished with my eyes and the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with the Bahama Mama bronzer by The Balm to contour with a MAC 109. I'm also going to use NARS Laguna to contour my nose with. And this is a very old favourite of mine. As you can see, I've hit pan. And I don't like looking like I have too much of pointiness. I like to leave it as that. And then last but not the least, I'm going to apply my blush, and I've chosen the colour Madly by NARS. It's a very like pale pink colour, and I'm going to apply that with a Sigma F15. For highlighting, I'm going to use my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. Yes! This stuff is so pigmented, you have to buff it out. Just to go over that, to intensify it a little bit more, I'm going to use the Mary Luminizer by the Balm on the same brush. And then I'm going to take my Hourglass... I'm going to take my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Luminous Light with a Louise Young LY20 brush. It's just a big fan brush. Just to really buff that in with. Last but not the least, time for my lippy. And I'm going to be lining it with the Rimmel East End Snob before filling it in with lipstick. And then I'm going to mix in some Darling by Melt Cosmetics. After obviously blending this out, you can stop there, but I feel the need to mix up a few more colours. So I'm going to add Birthday Suit, and it's a Matte Me by Sleek. Probably should apply some gloss because my lips are really dry. So, my memory card got full. I ended up changing, well, the last thing that I applied on my lips was the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in Dolce. And I changed my waterline back to black because I thought, since this is an Eid look, I don't know how many people will actually be brave enough to actually wear something as bright as gold on the waterline. I mean, I think it's quite fun, but yeah, anyway. So this is my final look. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can take inspiration from it, because by all means you can feel free to change up anything in the look, whether it be the colours of the smoky eye, or whether it be the lips or the blush or the contour, whatever it is. You know, creativity is completely up to you. And if you do manage to recreate or inspire from this video, please take a picture. That makes sense. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this look. I hope you liked it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and let me know what you think in the comments below, and inshallah I will see you in my next video. Bye. Such a terrible outro.